iOS 12. And because we want these changes to be available to the full range of our customers, iOS 12 will be available on all the same devices as iOS 11. And we're focusing our efforts especially on the oldest devices. This is the iPhone 6 Plus. Now on that device, iOS 12 delivers a number of improvements across common operations. You'll see that apps launch up to 40% faster. The keyboard can come up to 50% faster, and you can slide to take a photo at up to 70% faster. And in iOS 12, we wanted to make an easy way to experience AR across the system. We created a new file format for AR. It's called USDZ. You can use USDZ across the system, from the Files app to Safari to even sharing them over messages and mail. And what's great is you can place these 3D objects into the real world.
Designers and developers will now be able to use familiar apps that they know and love, like Photoshop or Dimension, to create amazing AR content and bring it easily via USDZ. In fact, for the first time with Creative Cloud and iOS, you will have a what you see is what you get editing in AR.
So here I am at the Fender website, and they actually let you configure your guitar with the kind of finish and pickguard that you want. So I can select a configuration option here, and then I can see the guitar I've configured. So I'm just gonna tap in. Of course, I can see the guitar here, but wouldn't it be cool if I could see it in the real world, in its real size? Well, there it is. So we're introducing a new app, and it's called Measure. It makes it really easy to measure objects, detect rectangles and get their dimensions, and measure lines along surfaces. Now, I'm actually in the Measure app. You see, I can easily measure along this suitcase by just tapping and dragging out a line like that. And check that out. It's a measurement. And we're on a relentless pace of advancement with AR, and that continues today with ARKit 2. Now, this delivers true multi-user augmented reality. You and the people around you will be able to see your own perspective on a common virtual environment. And to help all you developers get started, we created this sample app written in Swift that you'll all be getting today. Now, check out how both players and even a third observer can all experience the same environment in real time.
Here we have Assembly Square. It's one of our LEGO creator sets. Perfect. Because now, with ARKit 2's multi-user support, we get to play with up to 4 friends in the same space.
This year, we're making photos even better. We have an all-new tab. It's called For You. And with For You, you have all of your memories, those great memory movies, but more, like featured photos, highlighting a photo that you took on this day in past years. And effect suggestions, for instance, suggesting looping a live photo or applying a new portrait effect to one of your portrait photos. We've added sharing suggestions. So imagine you've gone out for a great dinner with some friends and you took some photos. Well, afterwards in For You, you'll see a suggestion like this to share those photos. If you tap in, you'll see that Photos is even recommending a set of photos from that set that you might want to share, and suggest who you might want to share them with, based in part by the people that appeared in the photos. Let's turn to Siri. We wanted to make Siri able to do much more for you. And we're doing that by taking advantage of the power of apps with a new feature we call shortcuts. Now, say you have the Tile app because you're always losing your keys. Well, the Tile app can expose the option to add a shortcut to Siri. You can assign your own phrase, such as, "I lost my keys," would be a good choice. And when you then say it, Siri will automatically activate Tile and show you right in the Siri UI, start ringing your Tile. We wanted to let you create your own shortcuts as users of multiple steps across multiple applications. And we're doing it with a new Shortcuts app.
We start in the gallery, where there's hundreds of pre-made shortcuts that you can download, or we can hop over to the library, and I've got a bunch of shortcuts here, but I want to show you my heading home shortcut. You can see that it's just really a series of steps. It grabs my location and my travel time, and it sends my ETA to my roommate. It sets my HomeKit thermostat to 70 degrees, and it turns on my fan. And last, it gets directions home with Apple Maps with the best route to avoid traffic. I've already added this shortcut to Siri with the custom phrase heading home, so now, whenever I leave work, I can just say, heading home.
You will get there in 1 hour. I sent a message to Cheryl. Your thermostat is set to 70 degrees, and I turned on the fan, playing KQED radio.
We're bringing Apple News to Stocks. The top stories in Stocks features business news, right? Curated by the Apple News editors. With iOS 12, we're bringing Stocks to iPad. We've also completely rebuilt voice memos to make it even easier to use. And we're bringing voice memos to the iPad for the first time. But we also have a smart and safe way to use your apps in the car. I think you know I'm talking about CarPlay. What you might not know is with iOS 12, CarPlay will also support third-party navigation apps.
There are times of the day, or times when you just don't want to be disturbed. And one of those, of course, is at night. And so we're introducing Do Not Disturb during bedtime, where all you'll see is this. Nothing to get you spun up. We're enabling what we call instant tuning for notifications right from the lock screen. You can press in to a notification, and from there you can decide to send future notifications from that app directly to Notification Center, bypassing your lock screen, or turn them off altogether. Now, we also wanted to give you help managing large numbers of notifications. So I'm thrilled to announce that we're bringing to iOS support for grouped notifications. Grouped not just by app, but also by topic and thread. It gives you a great overview of the notifications you've received. You can tap in and look at a particular group, but of course, just as important, with a single swipe, you can triage a whole group of notifications away. We wanted to go further, and it's with a feature we call Screen Time. And it starts with reports. Every week, you get a weekly activity summary that details how you used your iPhone or iPad. You get a summary of the time you're spending in apps, how much time you're spending, how often per hour you're picking up your phone and what's drawing you in, and what apps are sending you the most notifications. An app where you might want to be spending a little bit less time, well, you can set your own limit. And then during the day, when you're using the app, you'll receive a helpful notification letting you know time is almost up. And we think this is going to be helpful for many people, but especially for some kids. You can also limit your kids' time in apps by category or by individual app. And this year, we're taking Animoji to a whole new level, the breakthrough new technology we call tongue detection. You can make your favorite Animoji do this. Now, we're also introducing some great new Animoji that I think you're all gonna love, like ghost, koala, tiger, and T-Rex. So I'm thrilled today to announce the arrival of the era of Memoji. With Memoji, you can create your very own personalized Animoji. These Animoji can look like you or the real you. Now, this year, FaceTime is going to take a big leap forward because today we're introducing group FaceTime. 2 people, 3 people, actually up to 30